Rich, if you had one lasting image, just one, of last year's win over Oregon, what would it be?
Oh well, the most I guess the biggest image would be the seniors. You know, the happiness they had in the locker room, their last home game, and be able to, you know, have the, you know, people storm the field and for them to celebrate without question is the biggest image I have from that game.
Whether or not they're extra fired up after what happened last year is probably a question for them, but do you anticipate them being so?
I think they're going to be that way just because it's, you know, there's so much at stake. It's a home game Thursday night. I guess a blackout. There'll be a big environment. I don't know if last year's game will be any extra motivation. I think sometimes that's overplayed a little bit. It may be a little extra motivation and preparation, but I think once the ball's kicked off, I mean, whatever happened last year was in the past. How do you prepare them for it? You know, you just do the best you can, and as far as having them focus on, you know, the offense and the execution and what's going on the field. And, you know, the communication is the biggest thing you got to prepare for, the noise. And it was loud in San Antonio, you know, because it was, you know, wasn't a big crowd, but it was in a dome. But it'll be louder. And I think our veterans know that, and I knew we'll know that too. And we just got to make sure we do a great job of communicating. And you know, and we can't get caught up as coaches of trying to change every play and trying to do a lot of verbalization, because that'll be hard to do.
Is there something you find encouraging about your defense?
Well, they keep playing hard. That's encouraging. We're not making a lot of big plays per se with turnovers, and I think we need to get more pressure on the quarterback and you're not getting as many 3-and-outs. But they keep competing. That's the one thing. You don't, even if they give up a play, there's guys that are chasing the ball and playing hard. But we've got to play hard and play well. And we know there's some limitations. You know, we're not as fast or as big as we need to be. But and we got to be better, I guess, in both phases and on special teams, of course, in executing certain techniques. It's not that, you know, we're unathletic, because we're athletic enough to overcome some mistakes, but we're not so athletic that we can be poor technique-wise and be good. We got to be good technique-wise as well.
Does Oregon's defense tend to be one of the more aggressive units in the league?
At times, they pick their moments. I think their front is a little bit different. They're like us. They're a little unique in how they, you know, approach things defensively with their front and their secondary. But when you have corners like they, especially a first-team All-American, they can be more aggressive, and they're going to put 14 on a guy and just kind of lock him down. But, that's, you know, and that's, again, you know, it ties into what they do. I mean, they want to play fast. They're very similar to us philosophically, even though there are some differences. If you studied both teams, there are some differences in both sides of the ball and how we scheme things.
You know, they seem a lot more composed. You know, they're ranked, second in the nation now. So, you know, they're obviously a great team. You know, I think they're beatable, though. You know, they're a great team. But, you know, I think if we do what we can, you know, we have a shot at winning up there in Austin. So I'm excited about it.